Welcome back to the New York Sports Exchange, episode number 146. And it's right in front of us. It's right in front of us. Some guys just need to unlock. It's right in front of us.
It's right
Ted?
in front of you.
It's right in front of us. We just need to wait for JD Davis to unlock some things. And then
That's it. That's what it is. It's JD Davis. That's the answer. Your four-hole hitter.
That's what it is. It's right in front of us. Right in front of us. I'm kidding. It's miserable. It's miserable being a fucking Yankee fan right now.
What's the record right now in their last 30? What do you like? 11 and 23 or something?
I believe we have
or the last since June 7th, something, whatever. I don't even know.
I remember the stat. I think it was in their last 30. They're 60 and 44. They were 50 and 33.
24?
No. Yeah, there were something like that.
Right? It has to be because now they're what?
Something like
60 and 44. They've lost like 20 games in their last 30. They won 10. I mean, dude, it's been miserable. And it's
okay,
honestly,
here it is.
It's
the Yankees' record since June 5th. At one point, it was 5-14, and now I think it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. And I'm blanking on what the stat was. Who had it? I think it was this guy that had it.
I don't know if it was just the Mets series. I don't know what it is, but it's not even just.
No, it's
like the hitting, the pitching. The pitching stinks. The pitching stinks. The hitting stinks. The fielding stinks. Like your bullpen is supposed to be good isn't doing great. Michael Tonkin's a joke, and the fact that you guys picked him up and thought it was a good idea to put him out there against us and thought that was going to work out is just unbelievable to me. But
I think that
there's a lot of holes. There's a lot of holes.
A lot, yeah. It's just gotten to a point where no matter who they get at the deadline, I'm still just like you don't think it's gonna cut it.
Yeah, and you know what? This goes back to what you said sort of towards the start of the year when the Mets were really on their lull streak the first, 2 months? I mean, you said it too. You go, listen, this Yankees team may be hot right now. We got a long season ahead of us, and they got a lot of problems. This infield, we've been talking about it for months now. What is the answer? Jonathan India, is he a guy you go after? I mean, there's so many holes here.
There's interest in Jameson Taillon in the Cubs. There's interest in Nico Horner. There's interest in Mike Tauchman. Seems like that I've been hearing a lot of Cubs guys, which I kind of like. I kind of like the Cubs. I like the Cubs this year.
They haven't scored. I don't even know if they scored 10 runs since the All-Star break.
I don't think they have either. There's interest in Jonathan India. There's interest in there was interest in Jazz Chisholm, and now they think that this guy's a locker room cancer. Like,
yeah, I forget who was talking about it. Someone said, "Listen, like, I know sometimes the assholes they don't mesh well in the locker room, but the assholes hit home runs and they get on base. So sometimes you need some assholes."
Yeah, they need a little. Remember when when Josh Donaldson went to the Yankees? Like, they need a little fuck you in them, and
They do right now. They desperately do. They need some fire. They look defeated. They look defeated.
They look like a defeated team, and it just looks like that this team is just not likable. Not likable. Not likable in the slightest. Like, and I get it. It's the Yankees. They're not supposed to be likable. 27 rings, all that, bunch of pennants.
But even Yankee fans don't like them.
Even Yankee fans aren't liking them. So right now, I'm just sort of whatever happens, and just go with the flow.
It's a complete flip of the switch, Stan. I mean,
the fact that they are 2.5 out of first place still
ridiculous. It's absurd to me. That shouldn't be a thing. They lead the wild card by 3 games, 4 games. That shouldn't even be a thing. And
3.5 games.
They've been terrible, and they're still in a comfortable spot, which is. If you're a Yankee fan, that's your bright spot. Listen, you're having a rough few months. Yeah, you're still in a good position. Go out, go make some trade acquisitions. You need to add depth to this lineup because that's a huge part of it. You have a good top 3. You'd have nothing behind it. So you can't, the bottom guys can't get on base. They hit in a double plays constantly, which is ruining innings, leaving runners on base. Happened a ton in the Mets series. So there's a lot of things they got to go after. And then you look at the standings, and it's like, wow, we're 2 games out of first place. I mean, we still could win this division. So I would keep the heads high. See how this trade deadline goes. I know Mets fans' heads are we're on the freaking moon right now, Stan. This is baseball's back in Queens.
It is. Baseball's back in Queens. This feels like a restored feel. This is a restoring feeling. I feel like it's sort of a 180 from what happened in April and May, and now here we are on the night of July 25th, and the Mets are a half game out of the top wild card spot.
I don't know. I mean,
He's stunned.
it's really just Mets started terribly. They completely switched it around. You can say it's Grimace, you can say it's Jose Iglesias. All I'm gonna say is, oh my God, Stan, this has been fantastic. Francisco Lindor is going to be an MVP candidate if he keeps playing like this. If Pete Alonso can figure it out, this lineup is dangerous. McNeil just walked it off tonight, and McNeil's been, since the All-Star break, one of our best hitters. Go prior to the All-Star break. I've been saying trade this guy since fucking April. I mean, I don't know. It's been a complete 180 switch. I've been so happy to watch. It's been it's a complete flip, Stan, because you say Yankees fans hate the Yankees. Everyone loves the Mets right now. I mean, you can't hate a guy in this team. They're just having fun.
You can't hate this right now. We'll dive into trade deadline. Training camp. Got some training camp kicking off. Football. I'm excited.
Hard Knocks.
Football. A week from today. Football. You know that clip of Scott
Was
Hansen?
It the Hall of Fame game?
It's the Hall of Fame game. Bears Texans. ESPN. Week from tomorrow.
God, I heard you can't even play on that field. It's like concrete underneath.
Yeah, but who cares? It's still football to me, damn it. It's
Get excited.
Football to me. We'll talk some college football as well. Preview of the Big Ten. A month from today, there will be college football, which is also very exciting. This is get ready. The good old days.
We're reeling back in. We're reeling it back in. NHL is going to start eventually. The NBA is going to start up soon. I mean, it's just everything picks up.
See everything's going on. Should be a light topic episode. So let's just dive into it right now. Trade deadline. Already have a trade off the board. Diamondbacks already get one of the best relievers in baseball in AJ. They trade for, let me pull it up here. This is bad podcasting on my part. Yes. The Arizona Diamondbacks receive left-handed reliever AJ Puck. The Marlins receive two prospects, Davison De Los Santos and Andrew Pintar. Diamondbacks get the much-needed bullpen help as they are trying to.
They need more than that.
They need much more than that. That is definitely for sure. But it's a good start. They're only one game out of that third wild card spot. That third wild card spot, honestly, anywhere in that National League wild card spot is going to be a bloodbath.
That third wild card spot is a bloodbath right now. The National League wild card, as bad as it looks compared to the AL, is just ridiculous. There's like 6 teams fighting for that one spot, and they're all separated by like 2 or 3 games.
Yes, which is insane. Right now, you got the Braves, you got the Mets, who are a half game back from them, San Diego in the third wild card spot. A half game behind them, you have St. Louis. A game behind the third wild card spot is Arizona, and 1.5 games out of that wild card spot is Pittsburgh. And we will bring up Pittsburgh as well, because I do want to mention Paul Skeens.
I want to mention one thing before Paul Skeens, because I'd be remiss not to mention this. Dylan Cease today. No hit Washington. What a game for him. 114 pitches only.
And had to wait an hour to even throw a pitch after first pitch because there was a rain delay.
That unbelievable. Shout out Dylan Cease, second in Padres history.
Yes. So let's just throw out some trades here. It has become more likely that the White Sox will trade Garrett Crochet, and they will not trade Luis Robert. Robert having a sort of I just feel like teams were just trading him based off of his potential. That's kind of
but why keep him? Are they hoping his value goes up? I mean, I just don't see a point.
I believe his contract. I believe he's a free agent at the end of the year.
Then why not trade him? They have 77 losses already. Why not move him? They're 0-10 in their last 10. There's no reason they shouldn't clean house here. I don't understand this. You're going to lose guys in free agency. Might as well trade him.
No, he is not a free agent at the end of the year. He he avoids arbitration all those years. He has a club option in 2026 and 2027 for his age 28 and 29 season. So, still no trade for Luis Robert. Some reports are saying that it's becoming increasingly unlikely that he will get traded. Garrett Crochet, on the other hand, where do you see him?
I would like to say the Mets, but I don't think they're going to be willing to give up enough to get him.
They would have to give up a lot.
Yeah, and are teams willing to give up that much right now? And who needs pitching? Definitely not the
Uh,
Phillies.
the
Left-handed. I
Dodgers.
mean, everyone could use a left hand. That's exactly what I was just gonna say. Maybe they got a lot
The
to give up. This is kind
Dodgers.
of they're all in. They're always all in. So
I know they're always all in, but it seems like that they're always falling apart. It seems like that they're falling apart right now with the
well,
pitching
yeah,
staff. Yamamoto hurt.
yeah,
You don't have Shohei. You just DFA James Paxton. I know you got Clayton Kershaw back. He pitched well today, but was there really? There's really a need for the Dodgers pitching right now because it's becoming an issue for the first time in
yeah.
hundreds of
God
days.
knows how
The
long. Yeah.
Dodgers, the Dodgers are no longer the favorites to win the World Series. It's the Phillies.
Well, rightfully so,
It,
but I don't want to talk
yeah,
about them.
but yeah. So as of right now, teams are, and now this may back off some teams now for Crochet. He is telling his agent, just put out to the media, that if he gets traded to a team, he wants to sign an extension with them. But if he does not sign an extension with that team, he will not pitch for them in the playoffs.
Okay, but then do you see the Dodgers being willing to give him an extension if he does get traded? I that's where I don't see because I don't see a need for him if when the guys get healthy. You know what I mean? The staff gets healthy. It's like, do you really need a left? I mean, obviously he's a great pitcher, but I don't know if they give him a long-term deal. A
Like
team like
that's a
the O's,
does he
the Orioles have
warrant
a ton to
does
give up.
he war now yeah, that's the thing with the Orioles too. But here's the thing. Does he warrant as
No,
someone who should be like, give me money or else I'm not playing for you?
no, he's been
Because I
playing
don't think
small
he
market
does.
ball for a terrible team. I mean, you got to prove yourself first in at least a big market before you're going to get an extension. Because you look at guys like Frankie Montas. Look what happened when he came to the Yankees. Terrible. Sonny Gray came to the Yankees. Terrible. These are just big market guys. Look at Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer didn't pitch well for the Mets. Justin Verlander didn't pitch well for the Mets. Yeah, it's. I think you need to find a home first before you get an extension. That's just how it should work. I Again, a team that maybe I think maybe more likely willing to give them that extension is probably Baltimore. I would say Baltimore is
Yeah,
maybe a little more willing.
it's gonna be a gut punch. Oh God, I can't.
Do the Red Sox
Another
make
team
a
I'm looking.
move?
I don't think they
They're
do.
right push.
I
They're
mean,
pushing right
I
there.
know
I
that
mean,
but they're right in the well. They just extended Alex Cora, so that definitely because Alex Cora was supposed to be a free agent at the end of the season, and if he didn't like what direction the franchise is going towards, going into the offseason, going to the trade deadline, even he wasn't going to sign that extension, and he does. So that's very telling to
it makes me
see.
think they're gonna to be more buying, and they could use a lefty. I mean, that'd be a good bolster to their rotation. A team that
That is
they
that is
they hit
true.
well. I mean, was Tyler O'Neill though? Like 20 home runs, 38 RBIs,
Something. Oh, let me check
some
Tyler
ridiculous
O'Neill's
stat like
stats.
that.
I wouldn't say
It's
it's
something
like
ridiculous like
ridiculous.
that.
I think at one point he had something. I mean, he had something like that. They were in college. They just got bitched by the Rockies, 20-7.
Oh,
Good
20
God.
to 7.
Tyler O'Neill with 20 home runs and 38 RBIs. Holy shit!
It's
He's still
crazy,
hitting
right?
two. Yeah, he's still hitting 267 though. So he's like he's not. It's not like
But
he's been like
it's not
home run
him.
and
It's the
walks.
runners on base. It's crazy. He's just a solo home run machine.
Yeah, that's baseball, Susan. I do want to look at another team. Seattle Mariners. They have the pitcher. They have the bullpen. They don't
They
have
need
the
a bat.
offense. They need a bat. They just DFA. They just completely cut Ty France. They cut him. Do we see a guy like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. swooping in at first base for Seattle?
Maybe. I know I heard that Toronto's a little
Because
antsy on moving him.
here's the
They
thing.
said they didn't want to.
Here's the thing.
But they said they didn't really want to move any guys on very long term deals, which kind of rules out him and Bichette. But it's question. I mean, if they get a good offer,
If they get a good offer, yeah. Because here's the thing. Seattle makes the playoffs. Already they're a tough out. Castillo, Kirby, Miller. That's a solid,
yeah,
very solid 3-man rotation right there. If you're able and you were leading the division the entire time, then all of a sudden, snap of a finger, here are the Astros, who many people declared dead
back from the dead. They
back from
put
the
the Mets
dead.
in.
Here
No
come
one's
the
talking
Houston
about it. They
Astros.
did the same thing the Mets did.
Yep. Yes. So, but here's the thing: the Blue Jays want cheap, controllable pitching. Does that mean that Bryce Miller goes in this trade? Does it mean Brian Wu goes in this trade? It's just something to keep in
Yeah,
mind because this could be a win for the Blue Jays if you get the young, controllable pitching because that's been the
yeah.
issue. Bassett's been all
Well,
right. Gosman's been
a
having a
guy.
big down year.
Yeah, I think for me a more suitable option is Ryan McMahon. I think that makes a little bit more sense.
The Rockies said that they're not trading him.
That's insane to me. Why would you not? I mean, you move him now at his highest value. That's a perfect fit for a team like the Yankees and Seattle.
Yeah. Another guy, and we just mentioned him before, Jonathan India. You could slot
Yeah,
him at
yep.
second base. You can slot him at DH. Like there's a lot. We can even name one more. The Rays and the Mariners have been involved in plenty of trades over the years. Randy Arozarena.
Yeah,
Like
wow. Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
there's a lot of guys here that maybe could be on the move. Could be on the move out west to Seattle. Because let's all be honest here, Reds and Mariners fast trading partners at Castillo. The Rays and the I can't think of a Rays Mariners trade right now, but I can definitely assume. I would think that they're. I'm trying to think over the years a Rays Mariners trade, and I'm blanking, but I do
I
remember
can't
there
think of
being a
one.
Rays Mariners trade back in the future, but or back in the past. But there's really if Seattle,
Okay, Rays Mariners. So yeah, so
Seattle's
you
got a
think
realistic shot to
Yandy
win this
Diaz
division. That's also a good fit. That's also a good fit with Yandy
and
Diaz at
and
first base.
dude, another guy, their third
Brandon
baseman,
Lau.
Paderas, whatever his name is.
Isak Paredes.
Yeah, that's a guy too.
There's a lot of things here going on right now.
Now
I
I want
mean,
to ask you. I just want to ask you two guys real quick because I don't know what Oakland's real plan is. I don't know if you know, but does Mason Miller and Brent Rooker get did they get real looks? I mean, I know Mason Miller's definitely probably going to get moved. I know he broke his finger and he's out right now, but
yes,
these
even
are two
with the
guys.
broken finger, Buster only did report that Mason Miller is out of the conversation, not getting traded. For Brent Rooker, I don't know. I really don't know because you're going into a year. You're going into you're going into next year and the year after that. New stadium, new location. You want guys to, build around. Which, by the way, my mom went to Vegas for work. She saw them building the stadium. It's like right on the strip. It's insane.
Yeah,
It's like right on the strip, which is
yeah,
absurd,
but
but it's going to be
I know what you're
amazing.
saying. I know what you're
But
saying. You
anyway,
build a core of
you
guys,
you
be
want to build a
enticing to
core
get
of guys.
agents.
Brent Rooker, Mason Miller, Lawrence Butler's has been on
Right.
fire as of late for Oakland.
Right, but say a team like Baltimore or someone gives you a great prospect package that you could potentially come up with all these younger guys you have. I could see him 1 foot out the door. I mean, he's a great hitting outfielder. There's a lot of teams that could use him. The Mets could use him. I mean, that would be. I know I'm just saying that's a stretch because they're probably just looking for a fourth outfielder, but everyone's looking for outfield depth. That is a great pickup for someone. Another guy too that I think maybe could be a Yankee, maybe could be a Met. I think more so Yankee. Jack Flaherty. He's having a great year.
Now, I haven't heard Jack Flaherty's name be thrown around with the Yankees. I've heard his name being thrown around. Not exactly with the Yankees. I wouldn't mind a guy like him.
I think that could work.
It could possibly work. I don't mind that. Again, I'm just like trying to think of like a starting pitcher. I mean, that would be like a surprise move. I know they've been interested in Tyone, and
He's having a great year, a great bounce back year. I think he's cheaper. I think he's easier to get. He's on a 1-year deal. He's got a 2.95 right now.
So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it.
And he's got 11 strikeouts per 9 right now.
Yeah, that's actually pretty damn good. Holy shit.
Right.
Anyway,
And the guy you didn't look at, he's on a 1-year deal. I think Yankees could bolster up that rotation. That'd be a great righty pickup for you guys. I'd love him to be a Met too.
Do they trade Jack Flaherty in division? Have you thought about that?
No, not really. Have you thought about this? Does Tarek Skubal get moved?
I don't think he gets moved.
Minnesota could be a good fit.
So stupid if they moved him. It would be so dumb if they moved him.
It just seems like they're treading water, though. I think
this is the guy you build around. This is the guy you build around. Okay.
I get it. They hung around with Verlander for a little while. He left. I know he's young. This is one of his first seasons, but just saying. They're really and we said before the season, listen, they started off really hot. It was a little bit of a surprise, and you thought maybe their name would be bouncing around because this division to start the year was fantastic. Now we're looking
Yeah,
at them right now. It just seems like they're treading water. They're doing the same thing they do every single season. Nothing's changed. Torkelson's not doing great. It seems like whatever they had in plan isn't, working out. I don't know if you do a hard reset. Obviously, he's like an ace style pitcher up for Cy Young, but you could get a lot back for him.
you can, but why would you? Because he's the best left-handed pitcher in baseball right now.
Yes.
Why would
Okay,
you ever trade?
right. But if a team like, I keep bringing them up because they have the most assets, but if a team like Baltimore comes at you with a great deal with some of these younger guys, it's hard to be like, take a look at that. We can't do it because look at what Washington did. Look at that Washington trade. Look how that turned out for them. I know it's Juan Soto, not a pitcher, but you move on Juan Soto, and now they completely rebuilt their lineup with all these young guys from that trade who are now making the majors, and they seem sort of impactful. I know they got no hit tonight, but
They just got no hit. Yeah, but
I know.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Moving on from trade deadline, going to the Yankees. We talked about that the sweep. It's just this team is just not likable.
No,
Like,
no, they're not.
They're not likable. They're not likable. It's just,
and they can't hit lefties.
They can't hit lefties. It's just the lineup that they put out that first game. You just knew how it was going to go, and you knew that they were just like, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. Jahmai Jones leading off a DH. They walk Aaron Judge 4 times. 4 times. 4 times.
Just to strike him out in the 9th inning.
Just to strike him out. This is the Aaron Boone managing tree, ladies and gentlemen. Carlos Mendoza outmanaged Aaron Boone. Like
putting on a clinic.
Just put on a clinic.
He let Jake Diekman throw Aaron Judge in the 9th, and it ended up working out. Who the hell?
Tip your
Jake Diekman.
Tip your cap to Jake Diekman at this point. Just tip your cap to Jake Diekman. But it's just the lineups just being put out are just so non-competitive. There's no
God,
balance.
Glaber stinks. Does Glaber
Glaber's homered two straight, but
right? But does the fact that he's probably the worst hitter against fastballs in the major league this year worry you whatsoever?
Yeah, it does worry me. It worries me a lot. Like it just.
And then, but the thing is, you combat that with a guy like JD Davis, who hasn't hit an off-speed pitch. Not even on the Mets. He didn't hit one on the Mets. I mean, he couldn't hit it off speed when he was with the Mets. He couldn't hit one with the Giants. And you see what happened to him. He struck out 3 times on off speed.
That first at-bat that he had in the first game, swung at every off. That was an at-bat. Like the Yankees should be.
It looked like Javi Baez.
Yeah, he did look like Javi Baez. It's just that it's just embarrassing to watch. It really is. It's embarrassing.
It's just an embarrassing product on the field. It's such a shame because before Stan gets hurt, before these injuries, obviously you're getting Dominguez back at some point, which at this point, if you're really not, I know it's a stretch. Obviously you're probably going to make the playoffs, but if you're starting to leak and you're looking towards the end of the year and it's not looking great, is there even a rush to bring him back?
Who is this, Stanton? Yeah, I mean, I feel like they need to bring him
Dominguez.
Back Dominguez, sorry. I feel like they need him. Honestly, I feel like that they need to call him up because right now, when you think about it, right now, left field's a glaring issue.
Yeah,
left field is a glaring issue right now. And no, imagine, oh my God, they got him. Holy shit!
Wouldn't that be great?
That'd be awesome. That would restore the feeling. I'm not kidding. Him and India would just restore the feeling. In the instant we're back moment, but I just don't see it, and it just blows my mind how we're hitting JD Davis cleanup. And this was Aaron Boone's quote on if he was surprised that the Mets pitched around Judge all night just to get to JD Davis. His quote was, "Different teams, different approaches," and this is why different teams, different approaches does not work. Because they will pitch to Rafael Devers, who's got an 8,000 OPS, and they'll just pray. They will pray
that he doesn't hit a home run.
That he does not hit a home run and just gets out. It's
never
absurd.
Happens though.
It never gets out. Never happens. No matter how high, no matter how low, No matter how far inside, no matter how far outside, he will go yard.
Yeah,
That's just
every
where I'm
time.
at.
Up and away, boom, gone. It's every time.
Every
It's
every time.
management's been poor, bullpen's been poor, and this is a guy I haven't even. I know we're a little off trade deadline talk, but this is linked with the Yankees. Luis Renfro. Eh,
Rengifo,
yeah, Reef. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, Luis Rengifo. I think the Red Sox actually might get him.
That would stink for you, wouldn't it?
Would suck. It would suck a lot. I'm not really bought in on him, but like he's a nice like, utility guy. I will say it's just like the thing is, it's like the deadline's Tuesday.
Well, no
The
one's made a move,
deadline's
and that's is
except
this
the
like
Diamondbacks. Like,
right?
are
But
we? Is
are
this
we
gonna
gonna see
be
like a
like when?
powerhouse move from like the Orioles? Or the Orioles wait until the end just to be like, hey, listen, like I know you've
I
heard
don't
all these
know.
calls from everyone else, but we're gonna give you this, this, and this instead, which is a much better package, and we still have a deeper farm system. So there's a lot of high ballers here. I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting Tuesday. That's for damn sure. It
It's
feels
gonna
like
be
the
a very
NHL trade
interesting Tuesday.
deadline.
We do a trade deadline special, like
Yeah, on Tuesday.
right
Yeah,
after the
why
deadline
not?
on Tuesday.
If but that's the thing. If anyone even gets moved, I mean, I don't.
Yeah, if anyone,
Nothing's
yeah,
happened yet.
yeah. It depends on what happens if someone gets moved, but this has really become. It might turn out to be. Remember after the lockout? Remember when everyone was just like signing early before the lockout, and like everyone just like knew it was going to happen, and everyone
Oh
was just
yeah, and
signing with
you
teams,
called me and you were
and then
furious that you didn't sign Correa or shortstop or Turner or
yeah, we didn't sign a shortstop, yeah. And then remember when like the lockout happened and all these people were free agents, so then it just turned into oh my god, when the lockout's over, this is gonna turn because like the whole thing was like okay, yeah, like everyone's tampering because like the players couldn't talk to the
yeah,
teams and
yeah.
like all this, so it literally turns into it literally was like oh my god, when this is over, like everyone's just gonna start signing. Like no one signed for like another like 5 days after the lockout was over.
Blame Scott Boras.
Yeah, thanks, Scott Boras. And then the big move of the day was Gary Sanchez and Gio Urshela
Oh,
for
I remember
Josh
how happy
Donaldson.
you were.
I was sad about Gio. I was more so happy about Gary Sanchez.
Yeah, you were hyped for IKF, and now that we're back to
Listen,
IKF because I was gonna mention this. What do you miss him a little bit? Would that be a nice, somewhat 7-hitter for you to at least to get on base?
absolutely not. No way. I
You
could
didn't like
not
his
handle another.
268 average?
I could not handle another day with IKF at center field. Like that was just like so.
Well,
I just like I
why
just.
you even put them?
Why are you asking me? I'm not the one that fucking put him out there.
I don't, but I'm just saying, like, it just sounds so stupid. You're like, oh, not you, but I'm just in
Yeah,
general. It's like,
because
oh, we're gonna play IKF in center.
we called Colby and we just like felt bad for the guy, so we just started taking outfield reps all of a sudden. I was like, okay, all right, you're our center
Try to pull a
fielder now.
Tatis.
Like, I couldn't like imagine just like him. Like, I can't even like think about it now because he's not on the team anymore. But can you just like imagine him in like a high leverage situation? It's like a fly ball to center. He's got to throw somebody out and like gut him at the plate. The guy had
It
no
ain't
arm
happening.
whatsoever. It wasn't happening. Like
How
it's
is he a catcher?
how was he a catcher? Like
It just,
they
it
never
didn't make any
they
sense.
never even played the catcher. That's why I was like, why are we trading for this guy? I'm like, oh, he's a natural catcher. So now our catching room was going to be IKF and Kyle Higashioka. And they're like, no, this guy's
And,
our shortstop. I'm like, he's won a Gold Glove at third base, and you just traded your third baseman for an aging
and
third baseman.
and a catcher that you're gonna play at shortstop, who also won a Gold Glove at third
Who
base.
also won a Gold Glove at third base, and then for whatever reason played at center field.
Baseball.
I will never forget the disaster of the 2022 postseason when they literally were just like, oh my god, like we just can't play him at shortstop anymore, and then they threw Oswald Peraza out there. First pitch at the top of the bottom of the inning, Altuve hits a laser. Peraza dives and makes the play. I will never forget that. And now we have him rotting in AAA. Like this
What a
is
world.
I can't even fathom. I
I
can't
remember
even
the debate.
fathom.
I remember the debate. Was it going to be him or Volpe? I remember for a while, like, why even get rid of him?
Yeah, that was a big topic. Is it going to be him or Volpe? And speaking of prospects, I mean, if we're bringing him up right now, I wouldn't mind getting rid of Spencer Jones. I'll say it.
That's a lot of value.
If it means if it gets us Jonathan India, I will gladly take Spencer Jones.
Now, would you
Gladly.
move a guy like him, Dominguez, and something else, and
I'm not moving
a couple other
Dominguez.
things?
I am
So
not
you don't
moving
want Tarek
Dominguez.
Skubal?
I do like. Well, they're not going to trade for him. No one's going to trade
I'm just
for him.
saying. I'm
Get
just
that out of your
saying,
head.
hypothetically,
Get
if he
that
gets
out
moved
of
to
your
Tuesday,
head.
I'm pulling this back up.
All right, yeah, we'll pull it back up. Yeah, do it. Fuck it. Yeah, pull this shit back up. I will. I'll fucking take responsibility for it. It's just that right now, I don't see a reason why they moved Tarek Skubal. He is the only reason why the fans' asses are in their seats.
Okay, all right. Only when he's pitching, and they still have what 40 wins. I mean, it's
What's their record
come
right
on.
now? We're gonna pull this up. Texas Rangers are 51-53. They're 5.5 out of the top wild card spot. Or no, they are 5.5 out of the third wild card spot. So
The Rangers? Look at the Tigers.
The Tigers. Yeah, that's what I said. The Tigers. I said
Oh,
the
what are they?
Rangers.
Yeah. What'd you say they
Oh,
are?
I said the Rangers. The Tigers are 51-53 and 5.5 out of the third wild card spot.
Blow it up. They're not getting it.
Blow it up. Like who? Like who do they even have? Outside, I know they have.
No one. Is
Bradley
Torkelson even
Green.
playing?
No, he's still in AAA. Reese Olson's good. Casey Mize, oh how the mighty have fallen. They've Chafin.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, really. Holy shit. What a drop off. Yeah, like this team doesn't fucking Javi Baez.
They're terrible. They're horrible.
Yeah, that's insane. All right, let's go to football.
Real quick, we can
Sure.
talk about this Mets team real quick. Real quick.
Oh, we got to talk about that. Sorry, I just completely forgot.
You're a little too excited there. Just real quick. It's nothing crazy. They're unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Every guy in their lineup can hit, and it's just I've never seen a Mets team hit like this ever. I haven't.
That's such a luxury, just having every guy in your line.
I've never seen anything like this before. It's top to bottom. I am never we're never out of it. Like even with the 9-hitter up, it's just like, oh, is it Tyrone Taylor? Oh, never mind. Wait, he just hit 2 home runs. Like it's unbelievable with this team. It really is. And going into the year, obviously the lineup was supposed to be the big thing. This is what was going to keep us in 500, maybe get us to playoff push because of how good they were going to be able to hit. But the starting pitching's been pretty good too. David Peterson's 5-0. I mean,
yes.
Severino's having almost a comeback player of the year type of year. Manaya's been more than serviceable.
You ready for this? The graphic on ESPN that they showed for the game yesterday between the Yankees and the Mets?
Yeah.
Hitters with a 100 OPS plus or better between the Yankees and the Mets. Tim, can you name all 4 Yankees with a 100 OPS plus or better?
And is Stanton involved or no?
Stanton is involved in this.
Okay, so is it Stanton, Judge, Soto, and Ben Rice? I mean, I can't even.
Yes, it is. Judge, Soto, Stanton, Rice. Now, Tim, and there's no such thing as a guessing game here. These are the hitters with a 100 OPS plus on the Mets or better. Jose Iglesias, Mark Vientos, Francisco Alvarez, Brandon Nimmo, JD Martinez, Francisco Lindor, Pete Alonso, Starling Marte, Harrison Bader. That's 10 players. 10
is that
players.
tied for most in the league?
Yes, it is.
It's unbelievable. Probably with the Phillies.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
And you know what, Stan? The thing is,
might even join that club too.
Yeah, that's the thing. McNeil's probably on the way there. They got McNeil, and you're gonna get Marte back. Kodai Senga starts tomorrow. First start of the year is tomorrow. The Ghost Fork comes back tomorrow. Everything's looking up right now. If they win tomorrow, they take the first NL wild card. Then they have their last game in the series. Even if they lose, they still have the first wild card. The fact that this team was 13 games under 500, and now they're playing for the first wild card tomorrow night with their ace who hasn't started a game. It's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable to me. And Lindor's in the 2020 club right now. Him and Shohei, only 2 in the league right now.
To think on March 30th, we were like, it's just like it's like a completely different team. If you were to tell me March 30th, we saw them throwing at Rhys Hoskins, that's number one. If you were to tell me back in June the same team that had motherfucking Jorge Lopez throw his
No,
glove in the dugout, into the stand. Sorry, throw his fucking glove into the stands. If you were to ask me, and then all of a sudden they get Jose Iglesias, he comes out with a song that I did not know existed, and now
oh my God.
here they are, here they come. Here comes Candelita and the New York Mets. I'm just like
and
all in on the Mets.
And Iglesias is batting 380.
Yeah, like I don't understand. Like, is it like?
Yes,
is it like
it's
just
chemistry.
like,
they are clicking together as a team. They're clicking together as a team.
Right now, you look at the Mets compared to the Yankees, and not by like stats or like who's better. Like you just look at vibes. Okay, you look at straight vibes.
It's completely different.
It's completely different. It's like the Yankees. They're just so arrogant. I'm sorry, they're just arrogant. They have to like they act like that they are the standard of baseball when they right now for the past 10, 15 years they have not been the standard. They have been nowhere near the standard of the sport. Nowhere near. Oh, like the beard on my face right now. The beard on my face. Who knows what would happen to me? Who knows? Like that's the thing. It's like teams don't want to play for you. Like you had to like the opening day lineup. Nobody signed with you. I mean Stroman, but nobody signed with you in the opening day lineup. Let me go. Hang on. Volpe, farmhand. Soto, traded for him. Judge,
traded for him.
Verdugo, traded for him. Stanton, traded for him. Glaber, traded for him / farmhand. Who else am I missing here?
LeMahieu.
He didn't start opening day, but yeah, Rizzo, traded for. Cabrera, farmhand.
Yeah, are they losing some of their aura? Is it starting to feel like that a little bit? I mean, I'm just saying, like you could. Go ahead.
I didn't say my aura's mentioned in my what I saw.
There you go. But you look at the Mets; they're hitting. It's not even like they're just having fun. They win 3-2. They're having fun.
Yeah,
he has.
Yeah,
he has. So was Cashman.
George's ghost lost his aura. Cashman never had fucking aura. Shut up.
Well, I mean, go a few years back.
He was gifted a team that was just had four of the most talented baseball players on the planet at the time. Like,
all right, well, you can't blame a guy for that. I mean,
honestly, the only team. I'm being serious. The only team that Brian Cashman built and succeeded with was the 2009 Yankees. Only team that he's ever succeeded with, and for whatever reason, because we repeated with a team that he had no business being involved with, he is somehow a part of the Steinbrenner family now. The fact that this man, and I can say whatever the fuck I want because I don't care. I fucking hate Brian Cashman with all my heart. He's up there with my hate for Maris. It might go. He might jump my hate for the Maris. It might go Cashman Maris. Not kidding.
That's crazy.
Absurd. Ugh. If I say more, I'm just gonna.
It's just a complete flip of the switch. I mean, the Mets are having fun. The Yankees are struggling. Hopefully, they can figure it out. We'll see what happens after this deadline. It's more baseball to come, but not a lot.
I just don't understand. Wait.
Schedule gets easy though for the Yankees. Other than this week. This week sucks. Let's be real. This week sucks. But after this week,
let's just say this. I'm just gonna say right now. Spencer Jones had a golden sombrero in this game today. No.
Brett Beatty has 6 home runs in his last 3 games in AAA.
I'm just gonna say I'm not sold on Spencer Jones. Also, if you trade Spencer Jones, it shows the fans that you are all in on fucking trading for Juan Soto.
Yeah. Well, Mets fans
trading for signing Juan
No,
Soto.
keeping. Yes, I know what you meant. But Mets fans, don't get mad at me. But Brett Beatty's value right now is super high because the next time he gets pulled to the majors, he's going to bat 190. So I say we move him at the deadline and maybe get a pitcher for a guy who clearly doesn't have a spot on this team.
Does every Met just flourish in Syracuse, which is just very weird to say?
It's crazy. I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter who it is. But once they go to Syracuse, they become the best baseball player on the goddamn planet. And you saw it with Mauricio, you saw it with Vientos, you're seeing it with Beatty, even when JD was down there for rehab. I mean, it's they just crush baseballs.
Unbelievable. I forgot about this guy. Where is he playing now? I'm sorry, I just like completely.
Oh, well, that was. Oh my gosh,
At least
what's
it
his
ends
face on Tyler? What's his face on Miami? The relief pitcher, not Anderson, is it? What's it?
Tanner
Oh my
Scott.
god, Tanner Sky. I don't know why I thought Tyler. Whatever, could
I would
slip it
like
on the
him.
name, but well, where do you think he ends up?
I would like to see
Now,
the Yankees get him. They need better
my
lefties
my,
because if
my
they
issue
still
with him
try
is
to.
his walk rate. He struggles to find the zone sometimes. Do you think that sort of values him a little bit less? I don't know. I don't know what a trade for him sort of looks like.
Matt Blake is the doctor. Anything that Matt Blake, it's very difficult for Matt Blake to like not fix something. If he's able to fix the walk rate, I think we'll be okay.
All
I
right,
think we'll
all
be
right.
okay with it. I think we'll be all right. All right. Moving on to football. Oh yeah, baby. Training camp started this week.
Rogers to Wilson.
Any
Rogers to Wilson. Touchdown. I was
Rochester
sick. First
Wilson.
play of the drive. I saw that. That was a
That's
nuke.
all I'm seeing. That's all I'm seeing. I feel like our team. I feel like for the first time in a while, two of our teams are very completely different points of view. Points of view going into the season. I'm going into the season with no expectations at all. You're going into the season with the highest of expectations.
Super Bowl
Should be
expectations.
Super Bowl expectations. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And when's the last time we said that about the fucking Jets?
You know,
2011 when they won in Foxborough.
yeah, that's honestly what I think. Yeah, they almost won in Indianapolis. Um, Training camp got off to a rough start for the Giants. You saw that video of Daniel Jones overthrowing that check down. That was bad. One of our star offensive linemen that we signed, who had missed a game in like 2.5 years, got hurt first like
Dude,
play.
I'm sorry. What is the bright spot for the year? I can't
It's
even.
a
The
bruised rib.
defensive
He's okay.
line.
It's a bruised rib. I mean, yeah, the defensive line. Yeah, the pass rush is a top 10 pass rush in the sport.
But is I know, but like it stinks to
Here's the
say 'cause that's
thing.
what I'm used to. I'm used to it too. But is that all you're looking forward to?
I mean, and you can tell from just like here's the thing. You can tell from just like watching the Hard Knocks episodes. You can tell from like the way they talk about him. It seemed like Plan A in the draft was to literally like trade up for Jaden Daniels or Drake May.
Oh,
Like that was
I
the
know,
plan.
and
Like
and also that Saquon didn't know that phone call was recorded, so they definitely they're off to a great start.
fuck him, man. Fuck him. I'm telling you, when he comes back, it's gonna be like Chase Utley 2015 NLCS boobs.
Oh,
Like
fuck him, no, because really, fuck him. You don't even fuck. Ruben Tejada was probably having the hottest hitting streak of his life in that playoff series. That guy was ready to go end on end for this team. That would have pushed us over the Royals. We would we would have won. We would have won. But no, you got to take out his knee and ruin his career. So
wait, you're saying Ruben Tejada and not Daniel Murphy who just like disappeared?
all right. Well, he got us there. I mean, you got
Well,
you got.
you know what? Yeah, I got you there. You know what's even funnier? When you guys played the Cubs that year and he was like going off, hitting home run after home run after home run. And this was during the curse for the Cubs. And I know we're back to baseball already, but this is a very interesting story. And this is what I think broke the curse because the Cubs won the World Series next year. Do you know what the goat's name was?
Was it Daniel?
Like it was Murphy. The goat's
Oh,
name
really?
was Murphy. Yeah, I know. Murphy
I did not know that.
fucking kicking ass against the Cubs. And
Broke
then
the
all of a sudden,
curse.
broke the curse. That's what broke the curse.
Yeah. He also
That's
kicked
my
ass
team.
against the Dodgers. Just throw that in there.
Yeah, but then also made a crucial error. It was a game.
Oh, Lucas Duda.
Game 3, game 4.
Yeah, whatever, because the Duda one really boils my blood. I mean, just throw it home. I can make the throw to home play. How do you hit the backstop? Just throw it home.
Just throw it home. Just throw it home.
All those games are like 1-run games too, which makes me even more mad because like they were just stupid errors.
I just saw something on Twitter. This guy tweeted, watching Entourage as an adult is realizing Vincent Chase really only had one banger. All his other flicks stink. And then someone pretending to be drama just goes, highest grossing film of all time, bro. Not so fast.
Come on.
Not so fast,
What do you
baby,
mean?
bro.
I'm sorry. Queens Boulevard wasn't a banger. You didn't
Yeah.
see that at Sundance? I mean, that was.
Gatsby, Ferrari.
Yeah,
Do you know who
what are
we
we
have to get
doing?
on? Do you know who we have to get on one of these days? Because this guy's like a big New York sports fan. He's very active on Twitter. We have to get Jerry Ferrara on the show at one
I
point.
was literally. That is so funny. That was the
have to get
exact guy I
Jerry
was gonna
Ferrara.
say. I'd be fine doing that.
I want Turtle on the show. I cannot. And like, here's the thing. Like, I always do this with shows, so it's not just because like the content of the show. It's just like me being lazy. I am the king of starting a show and then just like stop watching for 5 months, completely forget about the plot point of where I'm at in the show, and then just continue, and then just keep on going.
Start where I'm back. Yeah.
Like I literally no, I ran back Entourage the other night. The other day. I mean, I'm on like the 6th season. I know I have like 2 seasons to go. I just haven't had the energy. The episode that I was on was the one that Tom Brady was in.
My gosh, with the golf
like
outing.
That's like one of the best episodes too.
Yeah. Oh my god, drama. What is this? What is this? Custom? Oh, this is nice.
Oh my god, that's when
snaps it. It's a charity event too. It's so funny when he throws Lloyd. He's like, "Go get this one,
Lloyd." I love Lloyd. Lloyd's the best character.
Run to the next tee box. He starts swinging the glove at him. Get to the next tee box.
Get to the next one. Yeah, but anyway, we saw that bad throw by Daniel Jones. That was pretty bad. Illuminor got hurt with a bruised rib, but he'll be okay. Day 2, however, very different. Daniel Jones makes a nice throw to Jalen Hyatt. Makes a nice throw to Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors makes a great catch. I'm very excited to see Malik Neighbors. I will say this. Get ready for the year 2 breakout of Jalen Hyatt, because it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
I don't know what that looks like, though, in this offense.
You don't know? No, not this offense, because it's a well-structured offense. I don't know how this is going to look like with who's throwing the football to him.
All right. Well, that's really my main point is now because we're in the aired out era. It's your offense is your quarterback, pretty much. I mean, whoever you got back there is about half the problem. So
it's a passing league. It's a passing league. Like, let's all be honest.
It is.
Anything from Jet Camp, Sam, that you want to mention?
No. I mean, there hasn't really been anything crazy. I know Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson were doing one-on-ones today, which I mean, come on. Iron sharpens iron, boys. Come on. It's 2 of the best going at it. Rodgers and Garrett have been connecting. There's really not much. This team is kind of sort of what it was last year. There's a little bit bolstered on the defense, which is crazy to say because this could be the best defense in football. I have such high expectations. I think this is really it. I mean, this is not it, but this is the year. This is if everything goes right, Rodgers stays healthy. This is a scary team.
So now, are you Super Bowl or bust, or are you like, hey, we make the playoffs and whatever we do is just gravy? Because you haven't made it there.
Stan, Jets haven't made the playoffs in like 13 years. Just make the fucking playoffs.
Just make the fucking playoffs. All right, okay.
I know. I'm just laughing at myself because it's like Super Bowl or bust, but they haven't made the playoffs in fucking 13 years. Just make the playoffs, please.
Make the playoffs first, and then go from there.
We'll go from there. Because it's oh god. Just make the playoffs, please. I'm so sick of this. I just want to watch playoff football. I never get to root for my team in the playoffs ever. It never happens. It just never happens.
I mean, yeah. The last time my team was in the playoffs, I wouldn't. Here's the thing. I would not.
You beat the Vikings.
Yeah, I know we beat the Vikings, but I was on a plane, so like I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, not knowing the result of the game. There were no TVs, no Wi-Fi, nothing. And I was
like fucking 7 last time they won a playoff game.
Fair enough. All right. Let's go to college football. We're going to start with the Big Ten. This is our Big Ten football preview. Get excited. This is a new year of college football, 12-team playoff.
Fuck Ohio State.
The new video game came out. Tim is a Big Ten fan now. Big Ten football fan.
Yeah.
Here.
And how does Ohio State get this cakewalk of a schedule?
You haven't seen Will Howard play quarterback. That's all I'm gonna say.
Fair enough.
you haven't seen Will Howard play quarterback.
I'm excited to see Dylan fucking Gabriel, Stan. I'm excited.
So let's get it started. New conference realignment, all that. The Big Ten. Let me look up my preview because I literally had it and then lost it.
You see that UCLA press conference? That was brutal.
That was in my what I saw. The poor guy. I kind of feel bad.
This is brutal. It wasn't good.
I kind of feel bad. I feel really terrible. Okay, so let's just get started. New teams to the Big Ten: Oregon, Washington, USC, UCLA. Am I missing anybody else? No, that's it. They
It's just the
14,
four, isn't it?
Just
yeah.
the four.
That's what I thought.
Okay,
yeah.
So we are. Okay, we're going to preview team by team. First off, I just think that Tim's really gonna just mention Oregon here, and maybe Ohio State, Michigan.
Well, I'm just excited, Stan. I mean, this is a good team.
Football.
We got the Ducks. You know what? Why I'm excited, Stan? Because when the Ducks choke the last 2 games of the year, we're still making the playoffs. So I'm okay with that.
That's big. You're okay with that? Yeah, no.
I'm okay with that. When they lose to Oregon State and they lose to Washington in the last 2 games of the year, I'm okay with that.
I wouldn't want to lose to Oregon
State. It happens every time.
That's fair. I wouldn't want to lose to Oregon State this year because that is a very bad loss. Okay. The 18 teams in a conference is just absurd. Let's just go with it. The worst team in the Big Ten this year is probably going to be the Purdue Boilermakers. Ryan Walters lost big key contributors. Big Ten sack leader Nick Scorton, Deion Burks, who is their best wide receiver. They do bring back their quarterback Hudson Card. They need a lot more for a defense that allowed more than 30 a game, which is, especially in the Big Ten, where it's all like, battling.
Not going to cut it.
Not going to cut it in this era of Big Ten football. Next up, the other Indiana team, the Indiana Hoosiers. They bring in a new head coach, Kirk Cignetti from the JMU.
Go Dukes.
Go Dukes. Most recently, brings over several players. I think he brought over no, he did not bring 11 players. I just read my notes wrong. He brings over players from an 11-win team. They could surprise some defenses after bringing in University of Ohio transfer Curtis Rourke. Again, first year, looking to rebuild. Not really expecting much from this Indiana team. Next up, Northwestern. They went 8-5 last year in a year full of controversy. The defense should be a strength. 8 starters back, but it might be hard for now second-year head coach David Braun to repeat an 8-win season, especially when you're going up against the likes of USC and Oregon and all that. And there's such a big question at the quarterback position. Northwestern. It was fun.
It's Northwestern football. Come on.
It's Northwestern football, exactly. Next up, one of the new teams, UCLA. Deshaun Foster steps in for Chip Kelly, and the former running back for the Bruins, Deshaun Foster. He's well known to the program. All 9 expected starters return to this roster after a lot of talent left, including the offensive line. Not only is the offensive line a big concern, the secondary is one as well. And we all saw that press conference. Oh my God, that was terrible.
Horrible.
Did he think that they were like unknown to GL? Like, I get like the Big Ten is like, you got Michigan and Ohio State, completely different ends of the country, but like, do they think that they're just like uneducated? Like, we're in California, we're in LA, close to USC. Like that's literally what he said in the statement. For those,
I don't know. He was just so lethargic.
Yeah, and it's just funny because like coaches have like their opening statements at media days. The best was Mike Leach, where they were like, "All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mississippi State head coach Mike Leach," and he's like, "All right, I appreciate you guys. Questions?" That was his opening statement. He was just like, "Yeah, questions. All right, go." Next up, the Illinois Fighting Illini. They put up over 24 points a game over a year ago. The defense did let them down, though, allowing 30 points a game, and now they lose Johnny Newton, their best player to the NFL. The offense also lost their top receiver in Isaiah Williams to the league as well. Not really expecting much from the Illini. Next up, the Golden Gophers of Minnesota. They lost coordinator Joe Rossi, while PJ Fleck, their head coach, makes a change of quarterback with transfer Max Brosmer stepping into basically resurge a unit that put up under 19 points a game.
Listen, Stan, let's just leave it at this. Ready?
Hang on, wait. They are favored in their week 1 game against North Carolina.
Okay, let me just say this. You're a great hockey school. That's it. That's all I got to say.
You're a great hockey school. You're a great hockey school. Next up, we have Michigan State. A lot of controversy last year. Mel Tucker leaving due to those allegations. The regime change brings in Jonathan Smith as head coach. He also lost key defensive personnel to the portal. He brings in quarterback Aiden Childs, who it's a big, low risk, high reward quarterback. They're kind of just starting him off of potential. If he's able to, grow into his own here in East Lansing, I think they not this year, but definitely a year or two from now, we could be remembering.
Yeah, this is going to be a similar. It's going to be like the same thing as last year for them. I don't see anything crazy.
Next up, the Maryland Terrapins. The departure of Talia Tagovailoa means they lose the all-time leader in Big Ten passing yards, and
it also means it's over.
And all 5 offensive linemen from last year's team are gone. But they do have a promising front seven. All the guys from that front seven last year returns. There's a big question at quarterback, and they don't necessarily have the answer right now, but we'll find out soon. Next up,
they won't have the answer.
Nah. How does it feel? Wait, that you gotta root against Rutgers? Oh my God!
You know what, Stan? Here.
Wait, when Oregon goes to Piscataway, we gotta go.
Oh my gosh! Yes. Because me and Matt have been dying to go to a Rutgers game. I didn't even think about that. Yes, Stan. And here's what all I gotta say about rooting against Rutgers. It won't happen. All right. All I'll be rooting for is the spread that game. Because Rutgers kind of, at least for both of us, has kind of sunk in and is like, all right, I grew up in New York. I'm a little bit of I got some Jersey scum in me. Like Rutgers is yeah, it's Rutgers football. I mean, it's just a hometown thing here. I absolutely love Rutgers. I love Rutgers football. I don't know what happened last year, Stan, but it was a complete flip. They just something in my head switched. I was like, I gotta like Rutgers. I don't know what it is, but I gotta like Rutgers.
But anyway,
are you?
I mean, they're basketball. I mean, hey, Rutgers is able to put up a fight in the Big Ten, and by put up a fight, I mean make a bowl game. You got the basketball team too.
They put up a fight every game, Stan. That spread's money.
Piscataway could be a must-see place. I might have to check out.
No, we have to go. We have to go to a game. We're going to a game.
I want to go to a basketball game. See freaking Dylan Harper ball out.
I mean, I'd like to see Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper too, but I want to go to that gridiron, Stan, where it all started for us.
We were in these trenches.
Anyway, Rutgers football.
They bring in Minnesota transfer 8th and
am I the only guy when I booted up NCAA 25? The first team I played with was the Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
I think you might have been. I mean, I'm the only guy. I think I'm the only guy on earth. As soon as I downloaded the game, I just hopped into Dynasty and started James Madison at Charlotte.
The first thing I did was play game online as Rutgers. No tier. I got smoked by Oklahoma. I just stopped playing. But it was Rutgers for a minute. I had one nice drive.
I beat Alabama with Colorado. I mean, yeah, I beat Alabama with Colorado online. That's
well, they got some playmakers. Rutgers.
Yeah, fair.
Rutgers. Who's really making the moves in that Rutgers offense?
Making moves in that Rutgers offense is
the run game.
I mean, well, here's the thing. The problem was the passing game. They go ahead and get themselves a nice quarterback in the transfer portal from Minnesota. Ethan Kaliakmanis. He won the starting job. He could revive the passing offense. They returned 8 starters on a defense that held opponents to 23 points a game.
Stan, if they go on some miracle playoff run, I'm going to lose my mind. But if they do, say they win 12 games, and they're like a 12 seed in this playoff format, they're 11. And
Picture
we're like,
the SEC picture the CBS college football music, and it's da na 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 na. And it's undefeated Oregon, one more win, and their playoff hopes are destined. In their way, the 5-6 Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
you know what'd be even funnier, Stan? If it was a Rutgers Oregon game and it was either whoever wins is in somehow. It's just I'd be sitting on the couch. I'm like, you know what? Like I'm torn here. I could get you. I just want someone to
Oh
win.
my god! Oh my god! All right. Next up, the Wisconsin Badgers. They bring in Miami transfer quarterback Tyler Van
They know
Dyke.
Rutgers.
No, oh my god! Is Tyler Van is Tyler Van Dyke the guy? That is the question. He struggled at Miami, got to some points where he was benched. Can he put the offense on his back? They lose Braylon Allen to the Jets, right? Braylon Allen's a Jet. Yes, Braylon Allen is a Jet, and the defensive front lost some depth. They have a very tough schedule, especially in the non-conference. Alabama goes to Camp Randall this year, which should be very interesting. That's gonna be a fun game to watch. Next up, I have Nebraska. Nebraska, three of the Cornhuskers' four tacklers return on the defense that was 11th nationally in production. They bring in five-star freshman, the number one quarterback in the nation, was committed to USC, I believe. He decommitted, ended up going to Nebraska. He should give a jolt to an offense whose leading rusher was their quarterback last fall. So the protection should be there. Nebraska needs more from its receivers, but I think it's a good start to have a quarterback to build around for your program. Next up, the Washington Huskies. Talk about turnover. DeBoer gone, Penix gone, Odunze gone. You bring in Jed Fish, who was the head coach of Arizona, led them to an Alamo Bowl win. Brings in some promising transfers. Will Rogers, gunslinger at quarterback, but otherwise they return two starters from last year's team and are gutted on the offensive line in the front seven. I'm not going in with high expectations with them.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah. Next up, Iowa. They should play strong defense again, even after losing Cooper DeJean, but with 8 starters coming back. Their new play caller, Tim Lester, faces a pretty big order trying to revive that unit, but they do get a quarterback and former Michigan quarterback Cade McNamara recovered from injury, and they also get Luke Lachey at tight end back. Iowa is pretty good at producing their tight ends. Remember George Kittle, Iowa?
No, I know. I'm sorry. I was just like about to burp, and then I didn't want to like burp and like.
This team's interesting. Next up, USC. Alex Grinch is out of the
Are
picture.
they though? Are they interesting?
Well, yeah, no, they're interesting because they fired the defensive coordinator. Alex Grinch, who has followed Lincoln Riley everywhere, is gone. He's out of the picture. He is replaced by DeAnton Lynn, the defensive coordinator who led UCLA's defense, the number 10 defense in the country. He is charged with resurrecting this Trojans. He's charged with resurrecting the disaster on defense, while Lincoln Riley works his quarterback magic with Miller Moss into hopefully he is a credible replacement for Caleb Williams. I will say though that first game is going to be very rough. They were trying to get out of that game. They play LSU in Vegas week 1, and it's going to be a disaster. LSU's just going to stop the floor with them. It's going to be so bad.
Yep.
They've tried to get out of that game for years.
USC wasn't even good last year with Caleb Williams. I don't see too much of an adjustment this year.
Yeah, really. Next up, I have Michigan. I'm not too big on Michigan this year. It's so many guys.
They're not the same team.
McCarthy gone. Blake Corum gone. All these guys are gone.
Harbaugh.
They'll look pretty. Harbaugh gone. Sharon Moore won 4 games as an interim a year ago during that Harbaugh suspension, and despite losses at receiver and offensive line, they do bring back Donovan Edwards, and they do bring back defenders in Kenneth Grant, Mason Graham, and Will Johnson. Is Alex Orji the guy at quarterback? I wouldn't say so. I don't think he necessarily fits the system of. He doesn't look like a system quarterback, if you know what I mean. Orji's more of a scrambler, throws in the run. McCarthy was kind of more of a system quarterback at Michigan, so we'll see.
Kind of. He was a system quarterback. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Next up, I have Penn State. These are one of the teams that the expanded playoff helps out the most. They return a bulk of elite defenders and their top two rushers from last year's team. But here's the thing: it comes down to the quarterback play, and if Drew Aller, Tim, you have not experienced You have not experienced Drew Aller. Drew Aller against Michigan on a drive. Penn State ran a flea flicker. A flea flicker. Usually those work. Try and guess what happened. Try and guess what.
He fumble?
Nope. Intentional grounding.
How does that even just throw it away? Get out of the pocket.
Intentional grounding. Intentional. Yep. I don't know. Drew Aller's just got to be. He's just got to be better. He has to be better. He has to be better. He's got to be. Next up, I have Ohio State facing pressure to end a 3-game losing streak against Michigan. They're armed with a roster. They're armed with a roster that past coaches have deemed as to be the best roster in Ohio State history. Returning skill on the defensive line, running back. You got Caleb Downs, who is definitely going to be the best player in the draft. I don't care where he's picked. He's going to be the best player in the draft. You get Will Howard. Did I say Will Howard or Will Rogers when talking about Ohio State before? Did I say Howard? Okay. No, not before you were like Ohio State's cupcake schedules. Like you've never seen.
I don't remember.
Did I say Will Rogers? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
They have Will Howard and Quinshon Jenkins. This team's going to be insane. But a team that might be even better, the Oregon Ducks.
Fucking Ducks, baby. The Ducks, baby. They're loaded.
The Oregon
They're
Ducks.
loaded.
I mean, this is a loaded team. I will say. This is a loaded team.
Tez Johnson's going to have a good year. They got that transfer from A&M receiver, Evan Stewart.
Yes. They also got a
cornerback from Washington. Yep.
Yes.
Jamar something. Can't think of his last name.
An offense that posted 531 yards and scored 44 points a game a year ago. They bring back one of the nation's best receiving corps. They get Dylan Gabriel to lead a unit that should get the better of the Big Ten defenses. Turnover on defense is something to watch. I don't necessarily think the pass rush is as great as it once was.
It's definitely the question mark. It definitely is.
Pass rush is a question mark, but if you're able to win games on offense, but hey, you'll take a 48-45 win.
I have no problem with that. If they averaged 500 yards per game last year, I mean, I think they'll figure it out all right. Dylan Gabriel's the number one quarterback of the nation. Am I wrong? Or is he should the last time?
I believe the last time,
and know this, he is the favorite. Now, the last time a Heisman favorite won the Heisman was back when Marcus Mariota won it. So, keep that in the back of your mind.
Okay, but I feel like there's a much more talented quarterback class because we all know the Heisman's just a fucking quarterback award.
Yes, but the stats are going to be hella inflated with how good this offense is.
I like Quinn Ewers. I like Milroe. I'll say it. I like Jalen Milroe. I'm gonna say it. I like Jalen.
Shadori Sanders.
Why do you call him Shadori?
Shador. I don't know why I always say that.
Shador Sanders.
Shador Sanders.
They're gonna suck.
Yeah, the leader of the 4-8 whatever 4-win team Colorado. They're gonna stink.
They're not gonna be good. Their win total's 5.5.
They won 4 games last year.
Yeah, they won 4 games. I mean, we could look through. We could just have like a college football special episode, but honestly, let's look at that Colorado schedule now. Now I'm curious all of a sudden. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're a 5-win team. I have them beating.
There you go.
I have them beating North Dakota State, Colorado State, Baylor, Cincinnati, Kansas. 4 wins.
Wasn't the game against Colorado State last year close?
Yes, but I feel like it's just like a complete. I feel like it's just like one of those stories where it's just like hyped up for like no reason, and like Colorado just like.
Imagine Colorado State takes it though. That would be such a gut punch.
Where is the game? Oh wow, CBS got it. Oh, that's interesting.
The Colorado State game.
CBS got it this year. Oh, because Colorado State's Mountain West team. Mountain West football is.
And it's at Colorado State, right?
CBS. It is yes, it's at Colorado State. For whatever reason,
Dude,
the game used to be at where the Broncos play, and now they don't even play there anymore, which is kind of stupid in my opinion.
hands in the air, but that might be let's look at Colorado State spread money line type day. Just
Colorado
saying,
State
just saying.
Colorado State is not Colorado State. Colorado is actually favored by 7.5. The Nebraska game should be interesting. I feel like it's kind of like a Dylan Rayola coming out party. That's gonna be on NBC. Wow. Oh my god. It's gonna be
Of
weird.
course they got all the
Speaking of
big games,
networks,
dude.
yeah. Well, speaking of NBC and all that, moving on to what I saw, it's over.
Oh, TNT.
The NBA on TNT is over, and I know Knicks fans are like fucking celebrating right now. And honestly, rightfully so. Rightfully so. They always shat on the Knicks all the time. So really,
They
it's
never say
kind
anything good
of
about the Cavs, so
they never say good at any. Yep. You know what?
I don't
I
think
mean,
they've never talked about Cleveland.
I don't want to be like good riddance, but yeah. But what this does mean now is there's going to be nationally televised NBA games all 7 days of the week at one point during the calendar year, if I'm
I
not
guess that's
mistaken.
cool, but inside the NBA was just like something you could legit just turn on. Like you could just put that on.
Yes,
Like
you could just throw
you didn't
that
have to
on.
watch it. Yeah, you don't have to watch NBA like the games at all. It'd be like 1 in the morning. You're just like, oh, well, inside the NBA's on.
I'm trying to like find TV schedule 2025. So yes, so here's what the new TV deal means. Mondays. Not here we go. Monday. There will be a Peacock doubleheader every Monday. That's big.
Wow.
I like that. I like
There you
that.
go.
Gives me something to watch. Gives me something to look forward to. Next up,
Some juice.
uh, Tuesday, NBC will air 2 games on regional affiliates. Okay, I like it. So like Tuesday night Knicks on NBC. I like it. I like how like
There you go.
back. I love how like basketball's coming back on NBC now, and that like the Knicks are good, and I feel like that song always resembles what the '90s Knicks. So I'm liking it.
Bring the
Liking
the
the
NHL
vibes.
back.
Liking the vibes. Wednesday, ESPN will air its usual doubleheaders. So the 7:30, 10 o'clock, whatever. That's always been a thing. Thursday, Amazon will begin airing primetime games in January after Thursday Night Football. Okay.
Okay.
I like it. I like it.
Still
Friday.
hate that it's on Amazon.
I mean, I don't mind it. Fridays, Amazon will air primetime doubleheaders, and ESPN will also occasionally air some. And then Saturday, ABC will continue to have primetime showcase games, while Amazon will occasionally air games in the afternoon. And then Sundays, NBC will air primetime games after Sunday Night Football wraps up in January. We're getting nationally televised NBA games all week.
What a
All
world
week.
we live in.
What a world.
What a world we live in.
More sports. Give me more sports. Throw more sports in my face.
Go sports.
Go sports. Go sports. Go gambling. Yes. Can't wait.
Yes. I'm shaking.
Yes. I'm literally shaking. I can't wait to gamble tomorrow. I'm literally shaking. My other one I saw, I went to the Luke Combs concert on Saturday. What a time. What a time. That dude don't miss. Still don't know who he brought out on stage.
There you go.
But that dude don't miss. That dude don't miss. Actually, shout out to Damon O'Keefe. I saw him. He bought me a beer. Great time.
Oh. Shout out Damon
Yes.
O'Keefe.
Shout out Damon O'Keefe. What a guy.
You know what I saw, Stan?
What did you see?
I went to the Gaelic Fields for field day. I don't know what
yes.
Irish band. I don't know any Irish bands. To be honest with you, I don't know if Shillelagh Law. I don't know. Yeah,
Cousins
I don't know who's. But I had a great time there. That was just a great band. I was vibing with them. The music was great, so that's what I saw. Saw a nice live Irish band.
Oh, Cousins Moran. They're characters, those guys.
It's crazy. Like every Irish person in this town just knows every fucking Irish band. I don't know a single one of them. They're just like, oh, like Shamrock's playing at the GA Fields.
Oh, those GA.
Tell me, Mom, when I go home.
The boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair, stole my car, but that's all right.
That's all right till I go home. She is handsome. She is pretty.
She is about Oh my God. Your thoughts on Joe Burrow's hair?
Dude, I don't know. Barzy did it before the season. He had point per game,
There.
so I don't give a
Okay.
fuck.
Real quick, before we wrap up, who he play for, NFL edition. This is, I always say that the NFL has the worst time of year to have their free agency because it's during March Madness and all the world's eyes are locked in on college basketball and nobody pays attention to NFL free agency. So I'm going to put Tim to the test right now. Who he played for, NFL edition. Are you ready?
Give it to me.
Joe Mixon.
Oh God, where did he go? Yeah, dude. I mean, I need like a refresher. He ain't on the Bengals anymore.
He is not on the Bengals. He is not on the Bengals.
Oh God, I don't
You
even
want,
know.
you
Tell
want
me,
a
it's
hint?
not Tennessee, is it? No.
It's not Tennessee. You want a hint?
Yeah.
Maybe it'll like help you. This team's running back left in free agency to be the replacement of their star running back. So like the team that Joe Mixon went to, their old running back left, signed elsewhere in free agency to be the replacement for their star running back.
Oh.
If you get what I mean.
This is gonna eat away at me. Just tell me.
The Houston Texans.
Oh my! Damn it! Damn it! Give me another one. There's another one. I know there's another one on deck. Give me another one.
Okay. Oh, there are plenty on deck. This one should be easy, but I don't know. After Joe Mixon, I think that you.
Yeah, I need a refresher. It's been a while.
Derrick Henry.
He's a Raven.
Okay, good. Okay, all right. Odell Beckham Jr.
He didn't sign with the Ravens, did he? No,
He did not sign with the Ravens. He was on the Ravens last year. He did
No,
not
I
sign
know,
with
I
the
know, I
Ravens.
know. Oh my God. Oh fuck. I don't know. Just give it to me.
The Miami Dolphins.
Ah,
Odell
damn it.
is
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, damn it.
that one. Okay. This one's a hard one. Sterling Shepard.
Dude, okay, let me think about this. Where did Sterling Shepard sign? I don't know. Minnesota? I don't even know. I have no idea.
The Buccaneers.
Yeah, I would have I would have never gotten that. I would need 32 tries to get that one.
I'm trying to think if this guy got touches last year, but
Jerry Judy's a Brown.
Jerry Judy's a Brown. That's right.
There you go.
Let's see. Mike Gesicki.
Left. Oh, he's not in Miami. Where the fuck is Mike
Not
Gesicki?
Miami.
Pittsburgh?
No. Cincinnati.
Oh, dude, I feel like I saw a picture of him in that jersey, but yeah, I'm gonna need. This is what the camp's for. It gives me a little refresher because I do not remember any of these.
This one you should get.
I should, but I probably won't.
Winston.
Famous Jameis.
Jameis
Dude, he's
Winston.
not a Saint. Where the hell did he go? To the Eagles? Like I don't even know.
He's a Brown.
No, dude, I don't remember any of these signings.
Back it up to Sean Watson. Let's see.
Who actually was throwing today?
Joe Flacco.
Dude, he signed. Oh, where did he sign? It's not Indy, is it? No. Is it? Is it Indy?
Yeah, it's the Colts. It's the
That's
Colts.
what I thought.
It's the Colts.
Yeah, I figured. I was thinking because he's gonna go in, and Anthony Richardson goes out like week 4.
This is a twofer.
All right,
These two.
this is the last one. We're leaving a high note here. I got to get this right.
Okay. Gabe Davis and Mac Jones.
All right, Gabe Davis out the door. Where did he go? I was making fun of the Bills because
I have one more twofer after this twofer.
All right, this twofer again. I don't know where the fuck Mac Jones went.
The Jaguars.
Mac Jones is a Jaguar.
Yes, the Patriots traded.
I didn't even know that.
Yes. All right, last one. Tony Pollard and Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley signed an absurd deal. Where did he sign that?
I mean, we could say the same thing about Gabe Davis.
Yeah, but who gave him all that money? I'm not gonna know, but I know the deal was ridiculous. It was like 3 years, 100-something million. It's something he definitely shouldn't have got, but he definitely got.
Calvin Ridley, 4 years, 92 million, 50 million guaranteed. It's insane.
Gosh, where is it?
Tennessee.
Yeah. Okay. That was sort of where I was leading towards. Jeez, that deal's ridiculous.
That's actually absurd. I did not how the first player was gonna go, and I was like, if you got it right off the rip, I was
no, I don't remember any of these. I don't remember. I got to touch up on all those.
This is the last one. I promise this is the last one. Keenan Allen.
He's a Bear.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I got that. We'll leave it on the
All
high
right. Now
note.
that leave it on the high, or do you want to risk it? Go for one more because I just thought
All
of one
right,
now.
this is the last one. This is the last
Dead
one.
last one. Dead last one. Josh Jacobs. Yes.
There we go.
He's a Packer. All right. See, this has been who he played for NFL
It's coming
edition.
back to me.
It's coming back to you now. It's coming back to you. I'm telling you, this is like always like the worst time. They always do their
Yeah,
free agency the worst time of the year. All right.
I know.
Pretty good episode. 2 episodes this week.
Yeah.
Congratulations to us for not saying anything stupid on the drunk episode, number 1.
Shocked.
Ah,
By the way. That
shocked.
was a time, though. I had a time with that.
That was a great time. A lot happened. How do we compare Biden dropping out in sports terms? We'll figure that out next episode, but like just have that thought in your mind, and then we'll like reveal it the next episode. Like what?
It was it's like
What?
when Angel Hernandez stepped down.
Like, all right, that's excellent. All right, we're not one.
He just lost his touch. I mean, that was it. He doesn't...
Jesus Christ.
Am,
All right.
am I wrong?
Fuck. All right, that's gonna wrap it up. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, X, and TikTok. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube. Leave a comment on our video. Leave a like. Be sure to follow us and rate us on Spotify.
5 stars.
5 stars only, and we will see you guys Tuesday or Wednesday for our trade deadline recap. Hopefully something happens. I pray something happens.
Hopefully.
If not, we'll still see you Tuesday or Wednesday. Whatever. All right. Peace out, guys.